At the start of the story, we're introduced to a guy named Woo Jin. He's sleeping with a woman, and before she wakes up, he quietly leaves. On the bus, Woo Jin checks his face in a mirror and says, "Today, my face looks much older than yesterday." Because every time he wakes up, his entire appearance changes. Sometimes he becomes a kid, sometimes an elderly man, sometimes a young adult, and at times, even a woman. Along with his appearance, his voice also changes. His shoe size changes. Even the prescription for his glasses changes. At times, he wakes up as a foreigner from another country, and astonishingly, he starts speaking that country's language even though he doesn't know it. So in his house, he has to keep clothes of all sizes, shoes of various sizes, and multiple glasses with different prescriptions. Woo Jin is a carpenter who makes custom furniture in his home and sells it online, because that way, he doesn't have to show his face to customers. One day, Woo Jin's best friend comes over. He is the only person, apart from Woo Jin's mother, who knows his secret. He knows that every time Woo Jin sleeps, his appearance, voice, and even language can change. Once, Woo Jin wakes up as an old man and can hardly see anything due to weak eyesight and exhaustion. He explains that this transformation started when he turned 18 years old. On the morning of his 18th birthday, he woke up and found himself with a different face. His voice had changed too. Panicked, he ran to his mother and tearfully told her everything. His mother hugged him and cried, realizing her son's life had just changed forever. After that day, Woo Jin's life took a complete turn. He dropped out of college. He avoided meeting people. He became completely isolated. Only 2 people in the world know his truth, his mother and his best friend. One day, Woo Jin wakes up in the form of a very beautiful woman, and his friend jokes, "After 15 years of friendship, I should at least get something in return." To which Woo Jin slaps him hard and reminds him that deep down, he's still the same guy inside. Later, Woo Jin's friend quits his job because his company was stealing Woo Jin's chair designs. That gives Woo Jin a business idea, to make custom chairs according to people's specific body sizes, because everyone has different comfort needs. The 2 friends decide to start their own furniture company. Woo Jin will make the furniture, and his friend will handle the sales. They name their brand Alex. One day, Woo Jin, in the form of a man named James, goes to a furniture shop and meets a girl named Yi Soo. He is instantly attracted to her and tells her he needs a very comfortable piece of furniture. Yi Soo shows him some pieces, ironically from his own company, and says, "If you want true comfort, you can order from here. Our company makes great furniture." From then on, Woo Jin visits the store every day, but always in a different form, so Yi Soo never recognizes him. He had always met her as an older man or a woman. But one day, he wakes up as a very handsome young man. He gathers courage and asks Yi Soo out for dinner. At first, she says no, but after he convinces her, she agrees. That evening, they go to a restaurant, but Woo Jin takes the food to his car. Confused, Yi Soo asks why, and he tells her he wants to take her to a very special place. She hesitates. After all, she just met him today and doesn't want to go somewhere unknown with a stranger. Woo Jin gives her his phone and says, "If you feel even a little unsafe, just call the police." He takes her to his workshop, and she immediately realizes it's the workshop of Alex, the furniture company. They talk, share laughs, and eat dinner there. At night, Woo Jin drops her home and texts her, asking if she'd like to have dinner again the next day. Yi Soo replies she'll be free at 6 p.m. the next evening. But now there's a problem. If Woo Jin sleeps tonight, he'll wake up in a different form, and she won't recognize him. So he sets multiple alarms to keep himself awake all night, and even the next day. By 6 p.m., he's still in the same form and picks Yi Soo up. They go shopping, eat together, and have fun. Woo Jin wants to keep this going so he doesn't sleep for several nights in a row. But one evening, on his way back in the metro, he dozes off. When he wakes up, he sees himself in the mirror and realizes he's become an older man. The next day, Yisu is waiting for him somewhere, but he arrives in this unrecognizable form. She doesn't recognize him at all. This deeply hurts Woo Jin. Even though Yisu keeps calling him, he doesn't answer. Eventually, Woo Jin decides to tell her the truth. He wakes up as a woman and goes to the furniture shop where Yisu works. He tells her he knows a lot about Woo Jin and takes her to his workshop. There, in the form of a woman, he finally reveals that he is Woo Jin and tells her the whole story, how he changes every day after sleeping. He shows her video recordings of himself in all his forms. Yisu laughs and says, "This is not possible. You're lying." But Woo Jin pleads with her, "This is my reality. This is my life." When she still doesn't believe him, he reminds her of all the moments they spent together, proving he truly is the same person inside. Yisu leaves, confused and heartbroken. Woo Jin is devastated too. Yisu struggles to accept the truth. She wonders how someone can change their face and voice every single day. But days later, she returns to Woo Jin's workshop. This time, Woo Jin has become a Japanese woman who only speaks Japanese. Yisu tries to talk in Japanese and tells him, she wants to sleep next to him and witness the transformation with her own eyes. That night, they lie in bed together. Yisu asks Woo Jin his age, and he replies that he's 29. She smiles and says she's also 29. Then she asks, "How did you fall in love with me?" Woo Jin tells her, "The very first time I saw you, I fell in love instantly. Then I started coming to your store in different forms, just to see you. And over time, my feelings grew stronger." Slowly, Yisu starts believing him. They fall asleep together, and when she wakes up the next morning, she sees a handsome young man sleeping beside her. Woo Jin is now in a charming form. She has seen it with her own eyes and finally accepts his truth. Now they begin living together. Yisu knows everything about Woo Jin's secret. His once lonely life now has someone who truly understands him. One day, Yisu closes her eyes and tells him, "I want to understand you so well that I can recognize you in any form." Woo Jin holds her hand and says, "I will always hold your hand like this, so you'll know it's me." They laugh, play, and enjoy life together, even on days when Woo Jin becomes a child. But society doesn't understand them. One day, Yisu's friends start gossiping, saying she's with a different guy every day. The pressure starts affecting her mental health, and she begins taking antidepressants. She visits a doctor and tells her everything about Woo Jin's condition. She records the conversation as she's been having memory lapses due to stress. Later, Woo Jin offers to drop her home, and on the way, asks her, "Will you marry me?" But Yisu doesn't respond. Woo Jin tells her he truly loves her and wants to spend his life with her. But Yisu says, "You always think about yourself. How can I introduce you to my family? You're a different person every day. How can I explain that to them?" The truth is, Yisu still hasn't fully adjusted to Woo Jin's condition. She's overwhelmed by the pressure of seeing him change every day. Eventually, she overdoses on her medication and passes out. Woo Jin rushes her to the hospital. There, the doctor reveals that Yisu had been under severe stress and was taking heavy antidepressants, something Woo Jin didn't know. He listens to the recorded conversation on her phone and realizes she had been suffering in silence. The next morning, Woo Jin wakes up as a woman again and goes to his mother to share everything. His mother tells him that his father had the same condition. He too used to wake up in a different body every day, and eventually he left them because his wife had fallen into depression and he wanted to protect her. A few days later, Yisu recovers. Woo Jin tells her to stop taking the pills because soon her troubles will be over. He says, "Our paths are different," and walks away. Yisu cries, calling after him, but Woo Jin doesn't turn back. After that, every day, in the crowd, Yisu feels his presence, but doesn't know what he looks like anymore. Time passes, and 10 months go by. One day at work, Yisu's senior shows her a set of furniture designs and says, We want something just like this. Yisu recognizes the designs. They are exactly like Wu Jin's. She tracks the company to another country, travels there, and finds his workshop. A man answers the door and says, "I think you're mistaken. No one named Wu Jin works here." Just as he's about to shut the door, Yisu says, "I came all the way from South Korea to see your furniture." Inside, she notices clothes of many sizes and shoes of different numbers. She realizes the truth. This is Wu Jin. She walks up behind him and holds his hand, exactly the way he used to. Tears fill his eyes. Wu Jin says, "If you stay with me, you'll get sick again." Yisu replies, "No. But if you're not in my life, I definitely will." They go to a quiet lake, and Yisu tells him she doesn't care about his changing face or form, because inside every version of him is the same soul, the soul she loves. She asks him, "Will you marry me?" Wu Jin takes out a ring, one he made with his own hands, and places it on her finger. And just like that, the movie ends. If you liked my explanation of the movie, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more such interesting movie breakdowns.